So I just finished editing the video. I hope you all like it. Labor of Love. This time it was a lot of talking. I didn't expect for it to be a lot of talking, but it was. Next month I'm going to try to show a little bit more like artwork creation process. I've got big things on the horizon, so it'll be nice to kind of share some of that with you. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. If you do like it, comment, subscribe, like, those things. That'd be really helpful. So I'm about to go into the office in the morning. It's the first time that I'm going into the office since I've been vaccinated in the morning. I've been going in a couple of times in the afternoon, once I'm awake and like fully in creative mode, but I haven't been doing it in the mornings. So this is the first time, which means I get to go to Starbucks, and I'm super happy about that. Super excited. Yeah, going into work is nice for me. I love being at home. I love working from home. But there are some days where it's just nice to be in around people who make me laugh, people who inspire me, and people who are super creative in their own ways, whatever way that may be. I work with a lot of engineers and developers, so it's a different style of thinking that I really, really quite enjoy. And so yeah, I'm going to be going in and see what happens. I'm running a workshop today, which is always super fun, and gonna just have a good Friday. You can see from the background, it's super rainy today. It's supposed to rain almost all day, which is great. I love it. That's why I'm in the Pacific Northwest, is because it's fantastic. And it's June, and it's raining, and it's cold, and that's so much better for me. Hope you're having a great day and a wonderful weekend. Although you're not going to see this until later. So whatever day it is for you, I hope it's a fantastic day. Hi. I am a very quiet person when I'm at home and when I'm doing artwork. My job requires me to be quite gregarious, and that takes a lot out of me. So when I come home to my studio, I tend to be more introspective. And I think that's just because I'm partially an introvert, as well as I'm used to being alone with my thoughts, and that helps me really be creative. So I just thought I'd say hello, see how y'all doing. I'm actually really excited because today is a Saturday, first and foremost. Amazing. It's beautiful outside, but also I finally bought a new desktop for my sit-stand desk, and so I've rearranged my studio a bit so that I could change it up in my office. I've been working from home remotely for the last year and a half because of the pandemic, and we're finally starting to be able to kind of go back into the office. I also enjoy working from home, don't get me wrong, and I'm trying to find that balance now of what's the appropriate amount of time to be in the office versus at home. And one of the things that's kind of helping me to decide that is the rearranging of my furniture. And because of that, I found out that where my desk used to be, which was over there, see that big gap of artwork? That's where my desk used to be. But it was just too dark in that corner, and I felt like I needed to brighten up a bit, and so I've moved it to the opposite side of the room, which I'll show you in a minute. And once I did that, I just realized that my desktop was too dark for this space. So I bought a new one. I'm super excited. I have a friend coming over. Even though it's not that heavy, it's too heavy for me right now. I'm still on a restricted lifting from my back surgery that I had about 2 months ago. So I can't physically lift it and put it into place. And so I have a teammate who's coming over to help me. And that's going to be fantastic because it's kind of awkward and I have to move monitors and things, and that's really cumbersome for me. And I also re-injured my back a couple of days ago. Not sure how. I think I know, but I'm not for sure. And so I've had to kind of take it easy for the last couple of days and kind of do the whole ice and rest and all that, which is great for sketching. I'm gonna sneeze. Which is great for sketching because, you know, you're sitting and you're drawing with ice on your back, so you can't feel anything. You're watching something on Disney Plus or on Netflix, and it's great to get through my sketchbook stuff, but not so conducive for having to sit at a desk or even stand at a desk to do work, and to get through work that pays the bills. And so that's been a little rough this week, but it's okay. It's getting better, and that's what's important, is that it's getting better. And I'm not trying to aggregate it in any ways, because it's very important to be healthy. But people are going to say, ooh, Jeannie, you don't look that healthy. I'm a lot healthier than I used to be. So I am always consistently trying to make sure that my body is supporting me in my activities. I do physiotherapy, I swim, I go for walks. I walk about 3 miles a day, and go to the gym, all kinds of good stuff to help support my body. My body just naturally, because of chronic illness, doesn't allow me to lose weight the way that I want to. And that sucks, and it's crappy, but I'm okay with that. It's a part of accepting me, which is a great part of the overall creative journey. You have to accept yourself, and the type of art that you produce is yours. So with that, let me show you the new desk, right? So this is the old one. So that's a new one. Look at it. It's so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so lovely. I just love it. It's just the right color, and it fits in with like my overall scheme of my office really well. Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh, it's so hot. It's currently, my car is telling me that it's 119 degrees. I think that's a lie. My car is black, so it just sucks up light, but it's so hot. I moved to the Pacific Northwest to get away from this heat. Oh, it's supposed to be 115 tomorrow and 117 the next day. We'll see if it actually hits that, but oh, it's just hot, and I'm an idiot. I'm out in it because, you know, it's summer and it's not raining, so it's just hot, but also cute clothes, cute hat because of summer and the heat. So I don't know, but still, oh my god, you have to see this. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, what's it at? 120 is what my car is saying right now. It's too hot. It's just too hot. Hi. So it's the end of June. Portland is in a heat wave, and it is currently 83 degrees in my studio. I guess this is what they call a once in a millennium event. I don't believe it. Every year that I'm here, it gets hotter and hotter. I'm gonna have to move to Canada, I swear. It's just too hot. Yesterday it was 111. Most apartments in Portland, most houses in Portland actually don't have AC. I bought one last year at the beginning of the pandemic because it was just too hot to work in my studio when working from home. And my studio is also in the hottest room of the house, which I don't exactly know why. It just is, and I'm gonna turn this fan towards me. As I step over my dog. Hi baby. Yeah, you're so cute. So it's pretty hot. We're hoping that no fires happen because of this, because we're so close to the 4th of July. And last year there was a fire that was relatively close to my apartment that was really scary for me, simply because if it hopped the river, my complex would be gone, because of how many trees that we have, how hot it is, how everything is dried out. We were just going, like, my apartment would be gone. And that was really scary and stressful, and so I'm hoping that this year people take that into account when they're celebrating 4th of July. And even my dog, my poor dog, we went out for little tiny walks. It was so terrible for him to like just have these little micro walks, but it was just so hot that he would get overheated. He's a black dog, even though he has a short coat. It was just hot for him, and he wasn't drinking any water, which was worrying me. So I made him get in the bathtub and cooled him off, and at first he didn't want to, but then he heard the word treat and he was in the tub, and I was able to cool him off, and that made me feel better for him, because he is getting quite old, like we are. Which reminds me, today is my birthday. How old am I? I think I'm 38. Oh my god, like, it's amazing. I'm so excited. I had lunch with a really close friend of mine at Shake Shack, which, if you don't know, like, Shake Shack is lovely and wonderful. It's not as good as In-N-Out. Everybody thinks that it is. It's not. That's the Californian in me. But it was really good, and I always like to try new burger places because you never know, if a great one is going to come along or not. My favorite one in Portland is Little Big Burger. They are the perfect size. The problem is they give you a mountain of fries. Like, there is no small. It's only extra large. And the problem with that is that they're so good, you eat them. But yeah, so my birthday, I'm 38. I spent it doing artwork. As you'll see, I spent 2 days just kind of sketching and playing around with new mediums. I went to Blick and got some new stuff to play with, and I'm really excited. I have been doing a lot of florals and a lot of landscapes and getting ready to go back into another concept art class, which would be super fun. And my focus in concept art is on environmental design. So I've always just been drawn towards landscapes. I think people who do character design and beautiful portraits, I have so much envy for those type of people. It's just not for me, which is why there are so many different wonderful creatives, right? And so I'm getting ready to go back into my next class, and that's going to start up pretty soon. I'm still working on my Madame Mysterious book, which I've got almost everything roughed out. I started working on the sketches. I have to finish up. I have 60 pages of roughs, and I really need to get down to at least half of those to be in production ready sketches so that I can start laying out the book, and then start painting. And it's going to take a long time. It's going to be so worth it. I'm so happy with the story. I'm super happy with the direction of the style that I chose to go with, and I'm super happy with my concept sketches right now. And so once I start going through and really getting to the nitty-gritty of it, I'll of course post more, but I'm super excited for it. So much fun. And I have 2 ideas. So the first idea, this art book that I'm working on, and that's always been the plan. It's an art book, but it's not an art book. I think the genre is called an adult illustrative novel. It's not a graphic novel, it's an adult illustrated novel. The story is not for kids because it's more of a long form piece. And the second idea is, do I take that long form version and release it? It's really scary for me, but I've already had some really good feedback from it and some really good comments. It was shortlisted for story contest, as well as number 4 in Coverfly's list, and I can't remember offhand what list it is. And so I feel like the story is really good and the characters are good. And so it's kind of, do I want to release the full story and see how it does? But if I do that, that means that I have to do 6 more illustrations, which is fine. That's great. That's lovely. but I haven't sketched those illustrations out. And I also have to do a book cover for it, and my brain is just not there yet. I've been working on it for 2 years now. The story got professionally edited and restructured a bit last year during the pandemic. I couldn't think about the actual artwork at that time. Couldn't do it. Brain wasn't there. Back in January, I think it was, finished out all of the layout and the rough concepts for each page, and just fell in love with it again. I love the story. There's just a je ne sais quoi about it that I really adore. I'm super excited about it. I'm so excited. But yeah, my birthday. I will probably edit more videos. Oh, put up a super special Patreon video, which went through one of my illustrations in Procreate and just kind of did a step-by-step how I did it. That was super fun. I want to do more of those. I think those are super interesting. I've been doing art for so long, I forget that other people don't automatically know what I'm doing. So I like making those little videos. It was 2 minutes, but it covered everything that it needed.